Hi, and welcome to the third Kinsmen Park Rejuvenation Update. We're going to be taking a closer look into the PotashCorp Playland to see what's been happening in the last few months. PotashCorp Playland is scheduled to open August 5th with 3-star attractions that's sure to excite the young and the young at heart. It was through a generous contribution of $1,025,000 that Potash allowed the City of Saskatoon an opportunity to revitalize the train at Kinsmen Park. This allowed us to actually double the size of the train track at the park. Here with me today is Mr. Scott Rutterham. He's the Vice President of Operations with Potash. Scott, can you tell us a little bit more about how this donation helped Saskatoon and the park?
We reached out to our shareholders, Agri and Mosaic and PotashCorp, asked them for their support, and we went to our partners, Canadian Pacific, and they were able to come forward with it so that we could make sure that the railway, the train that we're putting here in the park is really going to be a Class A investment into the facility and something for people to enjoy. So being here today after all this time and seeing the facility so close to being open, it's quite exciting. So we're very pleased to be a part of it, and it is the single largest contribution that Potash has ever made as a corporate donation, and as a resident of Saskatoon, I'm certainly thrilled to know that the money's being spent in our own backyard.
Now, there's a very specific and unique story being told in the artwork behind us. It's actually based off of a very famous Saskatchewan artist, William Perekudov.
The artwork's in an abstract form, and it's intended to visualize the train movement from the province of Saskatchewan, from a mine site, across the rolling prairies and through Alberta into the Canadian Rockies and arriving in the West Coast, where the product is then loaded on ocean-going vessels and moved to the 35 different countries that we're operating in it. So it's very unique, it's different, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Scott, as I understand, there was a lot of details and back and forth between Potash, Arizona Railroad, who is the company designing the train, and also with Space to Place, who is our design consultants, regarding the finer details of the train.
Both Canadian Pacific and Potash were very particular relative to the design. Canadian Pacific for the locomotive and the caboose itself, while Potash to the cars. The cars were custom designed and in conjunction with National Steel in Hamilton back in 1999 around the bulk density of potash. The rail car itself is pretty much Potash's brand. We take a lot of pride in the rail car that we've designed, and so it's reflective of our brand and getting our story out. And there will be 3 potash cars for the people to ride in. It'll hold about 44 adults or about 66 children. I think, a lot of people, we understand that we're a potash producing province, but don't necessarily understand what happens thereafter. So the train hopefully illustrates the contribution that Potash makes in that regard in exporting the product, our product, to the rest of the world. So.
Yeah, exactly. Learning through fun.
For sure.
Admission is $2 per ride for the Potash train, for the carousel, and for the Ferris wheel. The natural play area and the water play area is always free. Parking is available at the PotashCorp Playland at Kinsmen Park parking lot, across the street by the Shearwater boating dock, and also north of the YWCA. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you this summer. Whether you take a ride on the vintage carousel, the new Potash train, or soar high on the Ferris wheel, moments become memories at the PotashCorp Playland. Ready, Scott?
I'm ready.
Let's go. For more information on the opening date, visit www.saskatoon.ca/PotashCorp Playland.